Hello everybody. Welcome back to another session on logic development. We are discussing looping constructs. Now in the looping construct, we took some examples yesterday. I had given you one assignment as well. Has anybody solved that particular assignment? If you have solved, please share it because I have joined once again. So I cannot see the previous chat. If you have solved, please share the assignment. Okay, so Sagar is the first one to share. What about others?
Sir, I am not able to share.
You are not able to share in the chat.
Yes,
No
sir.
problem. Ashish has shared. Sagar has shared. Others? Bhagyashri, Kaustubh, Prithviraj, Rahul, Sanjay, Viraj, Nikita.
Sir.
हाँ बोलो.
सर
Sir,
फाइल
I
का
did not.
ऑप्शन ही नहीं आ रहा है.
हाँ सर, सेम इशू.
आपको आ रहा है ऑप्शन?
वो सेलेक्ट करो वापस किसको सेंड करना
बताओ हमको कैसे आ गया आपको?
वो चैट में जाके किसको भेजना है ना, टू लिखा है ना, वो वापस सेलेक्ट करना.
हाँ सेम वो रिपीट करना है.
यस आ गया सर.
Meanwhile, we'll discuss. Kaustubh, he says he doesn't have the problem statement. I'll just share the problem statement for Kaustubh once again. Kaustubh Vishwa is telling punctuality is very important if you really want to succeed.
Sir, actually, sir, I was traveling other night, sir. That's why I did not attend the lecture.
You
Hello,
tell me.
sir. Actually, मी ट्रॅव्हल करत होतो सर काल रात्री, त्यामुळे अटेंड नाही करू शकलो.
I share the assignment. Was this the question that was given everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's look at today. Surprisingly, Sagar has submitted first. So let's look at Sagar's solution first. Has Sagar solved this? Let's have a look at it. Meanwhile, Kaustubh, you go through the problem. Sagar, what's the name of your solution file? Let's see what has Sagar done. It takes a counter. Let me see if the counter required. Calculate total expenses a family will incur for the concert. When a person is under 16, 65, all others are charged 10. Conditions are as follows. Okay. Counter is 1, real age, real total people, integer total expenses set to value as 0. Then he's asking, please enter the number of people in the family. He accesses the family member. The counter is less than equal to total people. अगर true है, please enter the age of this person in years. He accepts the age. Age अगर greater than 65 है, so he calculates at the rate of 5 rupees. Okay, 5 रुपए क्यों टिकट दे रहे हैं? नहीं दे देते ना? ये 50 कर देते हैं. 5 रुपए बहुत सस्ता हो जाएगा, इससे 50 है. और प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट दो जगह गलत लिखा है. ये 70 और ये 100 चाहिए. Okay, so corrections in the problem. There are some changes. 70, 50, and 100. Make the changes. 70, 100, and 50. All others. When the person is greater than equal to 0 is 50. All others are 100. Okay. So slight changes in the problem statement. I'm sharing this problem statement once again with you all. You should have identified if there was a mismatch. The problem was there was a typing mismatch problem actually. So I'll again share the statement with you all. Please make necessary changes in your code while you share it. I'm sharing the corrected file with you all. That's the corrected question. So this was the question, and I'm going to solve it in different ways too. In the process, I'll teach you one more concept. Let's look at the solution. So he accepts the age. Then he checks age greater to 65. Agar true hai, then he pays at the rate of 5 or whatever it is earlier. And then counter is equal to counter plus 1. That's another person. Then he goes back. Looks right. At least the basic design is proper. Then we check for the second person. Say second person is a kid. Then he's checking greater to 65 hai false. Greater to 16 hai false. So less than 16 hai kya? Now that's not right. Okay. Look at this. Let's take somebody who's 10 years old. Huh? Is 10 greater than or equal to 65? Sagar, is that true or false?
False.
False. So you go here. Is 10 greater than or equal to 16? True or false? Is 10 greater than 16? Greater than or equal to 16? True or false, Sagar?
Yes, sir. Can you repeat?
10 greater than or equal to 16. True or false?
False.
False. Hai. When this condition is false, what does it mean? If this condition is false, what is it indicating?
Sir, then it will go to age
नहीं,
16.
कहाँ जाएगा छोड़ दो ये कंडीशन फॉल्स है तो उसका मतलब क्या है दिस कंडीशन इज फॉल्स व्हाट इज इट इंडिकेटिंग
Sir, between 16 and
between
16 and 65.
if it is false या if it is true
If it is,
अगर ये कंडीशन फॉल्स
sir,
है तो
because if the age is equal to or greater than 65,
हाँ,
so in the first condition it will go directly there. And if in the second condition, if it becomes false, and here the age mentioned is equal to or greater than 16, so the condition will directly become between
between
16 to 65.
so somebody is 10 years old तो बताइए ये कंडीशन ट्रू या फॉल्स है 10 greater than 65
Sir, so it will become false, and it
false
will go.
hold on एक एक अच्छा ये कंडीशन फॉल्स है तो यहाँ गए
हाँ,
तो ये कंडीशन ट्रू या फॉल्स है 10 greater than 16
false.
तो फॉल्स है तो इसका मतलब क्या है
फॉल्स मतलब वो आगे को जाएगा जिधर एज 16 से कम.
कहाँ जाएगा छोड़ दो समझो ये कोड लिखा ही नहीं आपने नीचे ये कंडीशन फॉल्स है तो उसका इंडिकेशन क्या है इफ एनीबॉडी सेज एज ग्रेटर टू 16 if this condition is false what does it mean
So I'm not actually getting.
is less than 16.
is less than 16 अगर एज ग्रेटर इक्वल टू 16 नहीं है तो उसका मतलब क्या है इट इज लेस देन 16 ना इज देयर एनी अदर इंटरप्रिटेशन दैट यू विल हैव if this condition is false what is it indicating if age is greater than 65 इसका मतलब क्या है सीनियर सिटीजन है अगर एज लेस देन 16 greater than 16 नहीं है इसका मतलब वो लेस देन 16 है सो दिस वाज अ टोटली अननेसेसरी कंडीशन दैट यू हैव पुट अप इस कंडीशन की जरूरत ही नहीं थी रादर व्हाट यू शुड हैव डन ये जो कोड है दैट यू शुड हैव रादर टेकन ओवर हियर एंड पेस्टेड ओवर हियर दैट्स इट देयर इज नो नीड फॉर यू टू पुट अक्रॉस दिस कंडीशन इस कंडीशन की जरूरत ही नहीं थी
Okay, sir.
एज ग्रेटर 16 नहीं है तो इसका मतलब है इट इज लेस देन 16 व्हाई डू यू नीड टू चेक लेस देन 16 है क्या लेस देन ग्रेटर इक्वल टू 16 नहीं है तो इन दैट केस द ओनली ऑप्शन रिमेन्स इज लेस देन 16 है so that was the unnecessary condition that you had actually checked so that's looking right but that deserves looks needs so ये correct है but I still not accept it okay can you tell me why would you not accept this solution even if it's correct
Magical numbers.
louder
Magical numbers, sir.
magic numbers ये 65 क्या है 16 क्या है ये 10 क्या है ये 5 क्या है okay there are no meanings for this so we'd rather not accept this let's look at another submission that was done one was और कौन सा था किसने किया submission Rahul has Ashish has submitted one let's see it says age under 16 age over 65 age for so and so ये constants है या क्या है आशीष
Variable.
variables है. So there are three variables that he has taken, and total expenses is taking 0, number of people, and then integer age, integer counter, age under 0 is 16, age is 16 to 65 is 0, over 65 is 0. Enter the number of people in the family, number of people, counter है, counter less than equal to number of people. अगर ये true है, then he comes over here and checks age of the person, accepts the age of the person, first person accepts the age. Age अगर less than 16 है, तो under age 16 के इसने total कर लिया, total expense plus 7 ऐसा कर लिया, और बाहर आते समय ही displaying the total expenses. This was totally unnecessary आशीष. आपको total expense ही करना है. You are going to display only the total expense. Was there any point in having this information additionally?
No.
Okay, that was totally unnecessary information that you have done. Anybody else who has solved this?
Yes, sir. I have. मैंने
Anybody
किया है
also
sir.
solved?
Yes.
look at this. What happens is we at times do unnecessary things. So Ashish का भी solution काम करेगा, perfectly answer देगा. But these are all unnecessary stuff. Why do you need to know how many people are between this range? And plus, a magical numbers है. At this stage, Ashish, I don't expect this from you. Sagar is new, so I can understand. He says 65, 16. I don't expect this from you. Let's see what Prithviraj has done. Real age, charge for slab 1, that is 70. Prithviraj, this is constant. C should be capital. A slab 1, that is 16. A should be capital. Slab 2 is 65. Charge this 100. Charge for slab 3 is 50. Integer count, input counter. क्या प्यार है आपको? Why? I think yeah, you love it or what? And then the charge is 0. And then we say integer, number of people in the family. Enter the number first. We accept the number of people in the family. Number of people in the family not equal to input counter. Are input counter less than equal to number of people in the family? You are always thinking in a negative way. I had told you last time, don't do this. Okay. Avoid using not kind of concept. Okay. Anyway, if condition to say hai, go here, enter the age of the person in years. We accept the age. Age less equal to slab 1, agar true hai, so charge for slab 1, and we go ahead and we proceed further. Suppose next time when we accept the age, agar wo beech mein hai, so condition false hai, if it's less than slab 2. Less than slab 2. Slab 2 was 65. So again, you have failed it. Greater than equal to 16 hai and less than 65 hai. Let's see. Less than slab 1. Slab 1 क्या है आपका? Slab 1 is 16. Slab 1 is 16. And you are first checking अगर age less than 16 है तो यहाँ पे. Okay. Then you calculate at the end of 70%. Less than 16 नहीं है, so it's greater than 16. अगर true है तो यहाँ, और अगर false है, second में क्या है? Slab 2 is 65. अगर वो less than 16 नहीं है, but less than 65 है, तो slab 3 कितना है आपका? 50 rupees.
You told to make
Less than 65 नहीं है तो 50 rupees. Less than 65 है तो that means in between है. तो 100 rupees. Slab 2 आपका 100 है क्या? या 100 है. And then we calculate, we'll give the correct answer. This is correct, better than what the others have done. But I still don't like, Prithviraj, your choice of variable names. This is just not giving any idea as to what are you trying to compare. Okay, A slab 1, A slab 2, charge for slab 1, charge for slab 2. Now there are only 3 slabs. Okay, now there are 3 slabs. You could have given some more meaningful names to these particular variables. So I'll still take your solution, but I'll make changes to this. Let me see if anybody else. So Prithviraj's suggestion for you is avoid using negative conditions and use more better names. It is correct, but I would appreciate if you just improve it even further. Who else has solved it?
मैंने भी किया है सर.
आपने सब शेयर नहीं किया मगर.
किया है सर.
Let me see.
Total expense for concert file name.
Total. Oh yes, got it. Total expense for this. Let's check your solution now. Let's look at the way Bhagya. I'm intentionally showing you different solutions. Huh? Look, Ashish's solution also correct. Prithviraj's solution also correct. Sagar's solution also be corrected. But then we are trying to find out a better answer. Now, Bhagyashree, is total expense a constant?
No sir.
Then why T is capital? Okay. Expense for senior, that's senior is equal to 0. Expense for adult, that is 0. Expense for kids, that's 0. Okay, that charge for kid, expense nahi tha, charge tha. Okay. Minimum age for senior member 65. Minimum age for adult 16. These variable names were good. And integer age, charge for senior members 50. A constant है. Charge for adult 100. That's good. Charge for kid. Total family members. Counter है. Counter is equal to 1. How many members are there in the family? Total family member. Counter is equal to total family member. Very good. And then it says enter the age of the family member in the year. Age going to go to minimum age for senior member. If that is true, total expenses go total expenses charge for senior member. That's fantastic way to write it. Look at the readability. And we'll now take this as a solution and make whatever small changes are to be made in this solution. This is better amongst all the 3 solutions that I have seen. Not others were wrong. They were correct. This is much better. Next time, user enters age as 12, suppose. So we check, is 12 greater than minimum age for senior member? False. Is it greater than minimum age for adults? That's also false. The charge for kid is applied and then counter is incremented by 1. Very nicely done. Let's now improve on this solution by making some changes. First change that we'll have to do is,
Sir, I have also shared.
louder.
I have also shared.
Acha, let us check that also. So let me just make this first total expense. I'll check everybody's solution. Okay. Expense for senior.
सर ये यूज नहीं हुआ है, कट करना रहता है.
क्यों ऐसे कैसे रह गया?
सॉरी.
Unnecessary variables. क्या आशीष ने और आपने मिलके सोचा था क्या? आशीष also has taken those charge for everybody. Minimum age for senior member, that's 65. Minimum age for adult, that is 16. Very good. Integer age, charge for senior member, that is 50. Charge for adult, that is 100. Charge for kid, that is 70. Total family members है. Integer counter है. How many members will attend the concert from your family? Very good. Very nicely put across. Input total family members. Counter less than equal to total family members. If that is true, we ask you to enter the age of the member in years. We accept the age. And we could have done this like what Ashish has done. Here, Ashish, the way he has asked the question was much better. He says, enter the age of, what do you think that you have done, Ashish? क्या लिखा था आपने?
सर मैंने पूछा था कि enter the age of member और फिर counter की वैल्यू.
Counter दिया था. Okay. Enter the age of member 1 in the family, correct? In years. ऐसा उसको था आपका. So enter the age of member number 1 in the family. Let's say member number 1. Okay. Member number 1 नहीं डालेंगे. Member number and number डालेंगे आगे. ऐसे. Let's do that. Let's add one more output statement. And here I'll say counter. Counter. And or a statement. Please enter the age of member number 1 in years. थोड़ा सा improve कर लिया. We accept the age. Age greater than minimum age for senior member. If it is 80 years, minimum age for senior member is 65. Age अगर greater than 65 है, so we come here. Total expense T small is equal to total expense plus charge for senior member, and then she comes over here and increments the value of counter. But अगर he is an adult, age greater than 65 है क्या? False है. Age greater than equal to minimum age for adult 16 से बड़ा है क्या? True है. Again, total expense is equal to total expense plus charge for adult. And अगर वो 12 years का है, so this condition is false. This is also false. So we come over here and we say total expense. Well, total expense plus charge for kid. Because look at the name of the variables. Charge for kid, charge for adult, charge for senior member. It's such a easy way to understand. Otherwise, I was wondering slab 1 क्या है, slab 2 क्या है, whether you are going in descending order, whether you are going in ascending order. How will I understand that? Then we increment the counter. This will keep on happening till all the family members are covered. And when all the family members are covered, she comes out and says, total expense a family will incur for the concert is rupees, total expense. Perfect. Let's run this particular code and see. Let's save this file. I'll save as, I'll say that examples. Okay, let's run this particular code and see whether it works correctly. Here we go. How many members are there in your family is the first question that we are asking. How many members will attend? The concept का spelling गलत है. Concept from your family. I say there are 4 members will attend. Enter the age of member number 1 in years. Member number 1 जो है ना, that fellow is 70 years old. Enter the age of member number 2 in years. दूसरा जो है ना, that's 60 years old. Enter the age of member number 3, that's 12 years old. Enter the age of member number 4, that's 15 years old. ऐसे हमारे 4 लोग हैं family. So when there are such 4 members in the family, let's see what happens. It says total expense of family incur for the concert is 290 rupees. How is that? Let's see whether it is right or not. 290 rupees. एक है 70 years और एक है 60 years. तो 70 years के लिए 50 rupees, 60 years के लिए 100 rupees, 150 हो गया. और ये जो 2 है kids है, इनके लिए कितना है? 70. तो 70, 140. तो ये 140, ये 100, 240 plus 50, and that's 290. Perfect. Very good work done, Bhagesh. And I would rather save this solution, also share with all of you this particular solution. Let's look at Sanjay's solution. What has Sanjay done? He has also solved. So that also needs to be discussed. Okay. This is Sanjay's solution. Total expense, integer age, minimum age for citizen, that is 65. Minimum age for adult, that's 16. Minimum charge for adult, that's 70. Sanjay, a constant है तो n should have been capital. You did it correctly in the first 2 statements. यहाँ क्यों गलत किया? Sanjay, are you listening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Minimum age for minimum charge for minimum charge for adult 70 rupees है. कहाँ है यार minimum charge for adult 70 rupees? Sanjay, गलत कर रहे हैं. Minimum charge for adult is 100. Minimum charge कहाँ है? That's charge for adult. और minimum का कोई concept ही नहीं है ना charge के लिए. समझे? Minimum maximum कोई charge है क्या? They only have charge. Yes or no?
Yes, yes, sir.
So make those corrections. Minimum age for adult ये समझ सकता हूँ मैं. Minimum charge नहीं था. Okay. एक जगह minimum लिखा तो हर जगह minimum चाहिए ऐसा थोड़ी ना. So that's a charge for adult. And minimum charge for senior citizen. Minimum कुछ नहीं है, it's charge for
Citizen.
it's for citizen. अरे कौन सा citizen? बाकी लोग क्या citizen नहीं है क्या? You said charge for citizen and that is 50 rupees. कौन सा citizen? Senior citizen भी citizen है, adult भी citizen ही है. Anyway, make those changes. General charge is 100. No dear. कहाँ general charge 100 है? एक 70 था.
वो 16 और 65 के बीच में.
देखो ना. 70 was for adult. 50 was for adult. Sorry, senior citizen. Adults के लिए था और kids के लिए था. Okay. Use proper name. Total people in the family. Enter no of people. क्या होता है no of people? संजय? What is no of people? Please enter no of people. What is no? Sanjay, are you listening? Sanjay has freezed. Freeze हो चुका है. But never give such message. Yeah, please enter no of people. No क्या है? No, you may be assuming it's number. That's not right. You should rather say number of people. Number of people. Number of people where? Family के चाहिए थे. तो काउंटर गया. Enter the age. अरे कैसा है? Years में, months में, days में क्या लिखे? Input age. Age will go to minimum age for adult. Minimum age for adult 16 है. So what has he taken minimum age for adult? 16 ले रहा है. But condition देखो कैसे गलत हो रहा है. says age greater than equal to 16, greater than 16. Actually, greater than or equal to 16 के लिए 100 rupees था. यहाँ भी गलती है. Equal to चाहिए था. That's another mistake समझे. Age less than minimum age for citizen. Minimum age for citizen क्या था concept? अरे गलत है समझे. लेस देन 65, लेस देन 65 है तो 5 साल का है तो भी लेस देन 65 और 25 साल का है तो भी लेस देन 65. So these conditions are not right. Total expense for the family are expensive. Rupees का है, unit measurement का है, unit of measurement. So that was not right. So amongst all the solution, Bhagish's solution was better. Ruturaj and Ashish got a right solution, but I will not accept it. Sanjay थोड़ा सा गलती कर गया है with the he has lost in the number of variables ahead. So I hope you have understood this discussion that we had, everybody.
सर
Others tell me why didn't you submit the solution? Viraj, आपने
Sir.
क्यों नहीं किया submit?
सर किया है पर वो मैंने फैमिली मेंबर्स एक्सेप्ट नहीं किए.
कहाँ है solution? I don't see.
कॉन्सर्ट एक्सपेंस नाम है.
क्या नाम है?
कॉन्सर्ट एक्सपेंस.
Share it again. I cannot see.
ओके सर.
Ankita, why didn't you solve? Ankita,
Sir, actually, I'm not feeling well since yesterday, so I couldn't solve. I have been resting all day.
दोस्तों क्या हाथ रेस किया आपने?
Sir, is it not better to check the most likelihood condition that is true here in the
Yeah,
code?
that will improve the efficiency.
Yes, sir.
Most likely, because if you feel most of the people who are coming for the concept are kids, then you can check for that condition first. If you
Yes, sir.
anticipate most of the people who are going to come for the concept are senior citizen, then you can check for that condition. So that will definitely be done. That
Okay,
is actually going to thought. If I
Okay.
correct Raja, then we'll talk about efficiency.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
सर आई शेड.
Okay, I am checking. Also. Rahul, क्यों नहीं solve किया?
I solved it, but it's completely wrong.
मैंने क्या कहा? Bhagishri gets 100% marks since her solution is accepted. Ashish and Prithviraj gets 99% mark. Sanjay का जो गलत आ चुका है, he also gets 95% marks. While Ashish and Prithviraj may have got 99, Bhagishri का 100. Everybody gets 90 and above if you even attempt that solution. Because when you attempt, that's very important. तो गलत क्या है वो समझ में आ गया तो आप वो गलती दोबारा नहीं करोगे ना. So now don't be worry about not going wrong. Share करो. What you have done. That's okay, Rohit. I believe in you.
सर यू गॉट इट.
एक मिनट, I got Rohit solution पहले वो लिखा हूँ. राहुल का आपका भी आ गया है. Let's see what you guys have done. Okay. Sanjay was insisting. आप जरा difference देखो. संजय का आंसर गलत था, but he still insisted कि सर मेरा solution check करो. That should be the approach. आपको अपनी गलती तो पता होनी चाहिए क्या की है. So if you only see right solutions, you don't identify what your mistakes are. What's the point, ना? Sanjay, we finished discussing your solution. आपने क्या क्या गलतियाँ की है? Anyway, this was your solution. We identified the mistakes in your solution.
ओके.
Let's look at the next one. Here. Who is this? Concept करके?
It's mine.
कौन? ये किसका है? ये किसका है?
सर इट इज राहुल्स.
राहुल. Okay. तो राहुल ने क्या क्या देखते हैं? Rahul has taken total concept expense, correct? Young adult expense. Okay, young adult. Buddha adult क्या होता है? Okay, age is 16. Middle adult. That's you made me laugh today. Senior citizen age, that's good. Young adult and middle adult, ऐसा मत करो यार. Adult and kid करो. Young adult, middle adult, that's very nice. You are competing with Prithviraj as far as names go. Yeah? उसका input counter. What to do with that input counter? I don't understand. Young adult ticket price 70. Adult ticket price and middle age adult ticket price 100. Okay. Senior citizen ticket price is 50. Adult ticket price इसका क्या करें? इसका तो नहीं दिया आपने कोई प्राइस, क्यों वेरिएबल क्रिएट किया? Okay. No per number of person in the concept. Please enter how many people are invited for the concept. Number of people for the concept. Please enter your age in years. Accept here. Age counter 1. एक बंदे का accept कर लिया आपने. Age less than equal to adult age. तो यहाँ कुछ तो असाइन करना था. Age less equal to middle age. यहाँ असाइन करना था. And अगर ये दोनों कंडीशन फॉल्स है, आप यहाँ आ रहे, ये कंडीशन आप हमेशा चेक करोगे, ये भी ट्रू रहेगा या ये भी ट्रू या फॉल्स रहेगा. So this condition always be checked. So that was not right. Okay, only two conditions were required to be checked. Third was else part of this. इसमें else था. So and the entire thing should have repeated. Loop में चाहिए. अब इसका देखते हैं.
Sir, check my
प्रोग्राम का नाम क्या है?
concert expense.
Let's see what has it done. This is age limit. Limit is 0. Why are you taking this limit? Anyway, let's check. Integer age group 1. Oh, we cannot give this group 0 to 15. नहीं चलेगा. You cannot have a variable which stores a range of values. That's never allowed. Huh? The variable cannot store a range of values. It can store only single value. Age group 1 charge 70. Age group 2 16 to 64. ऐसा range नहीं दे सकते. Unfortunately, in any language you cannot give a range. Okay, with which you can
Okay,
compare
sir.
directly. Python में एक range का concept है, but ऐसे नहीं. You cannot assign a range to a single variable. Okay, age group charge 200. 16 to 65. That's again wrong. ये सही है. Charge accepted. Integer charge counter 1. Integer total. Total is equal to 0. Counter less than greater than equal to limit. Counter greater than equal to limit. ये तो हमेशा ही greater than equal to limit रहेगा.
सर वो प्रॉब्लम हो गया क्योंकि मैंने एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया मेंबर्स.
हाँ, एक्सेप्ट करने पर भी प्रॉब्लम होता. बिकॉज अगर टोटल लिमिट 5 होता और काउंटर का वैल्यू 0 है या 1 है, 1 greater equal to limit फॉल्स ही रहेगा.
No sir, then I would have put it less than if I had known the number of members.
Please enter your age. Your age क्यों? Age of the family member. Age लिया. Age less equal to group 1 है. तो बार-बार पैसे क्यों डिस्प्ले कर रहे हैं? आपको है ना, हर एक के टिकट का कितना चार्ज हुआ है, that was not expected. Look at the question. It is saying calculate only the total expense. So it is not expecting you to tell इसके कितने पैसे हुए, भाग्यश्री के कितने देने हैं, आशीष के कितने देने हैं, साईराम के कितने देने हैं. That is not what is asked. Total has been asked. You are unnecessary doing these operations. These operations are unnecessary. ये नहीं चाहिए. और फिर टोटल कौन करेगा? अब यहाँ रहे टोटल इज इक्वल टू एज ग्रुप 1 चार्ज 2 चार्ज 3 चार्ज. अरे नो, हर बार सारे पे टिकट पे कर देने, हर बार 3 लोग आ गए, ऐसा हो गया. So that's not right. If it is this, there should have been the group 2 charge या group 3 का चार्ज ऐड करना चाहिए था. या चार्ज में आपने स्टोर किया अगर, तो यहाँ लिखते टोटल प्लस चार्ज, ऐसा हो सकता है. इससे भी आपका प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगा. ऐसा करोगे टोटल प्लस चार्ज, बिकॉज आपने चार्ज सही स्टोर कर लिया यहाँ. तो टोटल प्लस चार्ज काउंटर प्लस 1. तो योर सोल्यूशन ऑलमोस्ट राइट. ये आप हटा देते हैं.
Sir, you had put in one problem like that. That's why I did it.
नहीं, but was this question demanding? ये क्वेश्चन डिमांड नहीं कर रहा था ना. तो ये आपने क्या किया, चार्ज को चार्ज वेरिएबल स्टोर कर लिया और कहा टोटल प्लस चार्ज. दैट यू आल्सो डू. एंड टोटल एक्सपेंस इज रुपीस. आउटपुट ही डिस्प्ले नहीं किया, चार्ज बोलो ना यार. यहाँ भर देता हूँ चार्ज और यहाँ लिखता हूँ इज रुपीस. दो स्टेटमेंट क्यों चाहिए? तो इसी में डाल देते हैं फैमिली इज रुपीस. ऐसा कर सकते थे. तो मेक द स्मॉल एडिशनल चेंजेस दैट नीड्स टू बी डन. ये वेरिएबल नेम्स को चेंज करो. ओके, तो आपने यहाँ रेंज दिया है, एज ग्रुप 3 60 65 टू 150 और यहाँ कह रहे हैं एज लेस इक्वल टू दैट रेंज. ये गलत है ना, ऐसा नहीं. फिक्स्ड वैल्यू है. मेक दैट चेंजेस. Correct the solution. I'm sharing your solution once again with you, Rohit, maybe Viraj. make necessary changes to that particular code. For others, I have already shared the solution that Rakesh shared with them. The corrected code for that. Now let us see. Let's do it in a different way. Now think about a scenario. If you are not aware earlier, how many members are there in the family? Then what would you do? अगर आपको पता ही नहीं है फैमिली में कितने मेंबर्स हैं,
सर वही मेरा डाउट था, इसलिए मैंने
मैं
गलत
पूछा
किया।
करो. Okay. So sometimes it so happens that we can change the way we ask the question. I could ask a question saying, "Is there any more member in your family?" अगर वो हाँ कहता है तो उसका एज एक्सेप्ट करेंगे. I get your point. I can ask a question, "Is there any more member in your family?" And till the time there are some more members in the family, we'll keep on doing the work. And when there is no member in the family, then we can stop. Are you getting my point? Everybody? So as long as there are few more members in the family, we keep on performing the operation. When there is no member in the family, that's the time when we stop performing the operation. So I do not know. Am I going to ask the question, is there any more member in the family the very first time? So you come at the counter. Will I ask you a question? Ashi को आपको कोई doubt है Ashi?
नहीं sir.
Tick mark. Okay. So it could so have. I will never ask the question. ना पहली बार आप आए हो counter, I'll ask, is there any more member in the family? That would be wrong. After I have accepted your details, then I could ask, is there any more member in your family who is in the who is coming for the concept? Yes कहेंगे तो दूसरे member के बारे में बता age क्या है. So sometimes it so happens that the condition that we are trying to check, we don't really want to check that condition right at the beginning. We would like to check the condition after we have performed some operation. So it is not required that we always check for the condition beforehand. Sometimes we come across a loop where we check for the condition after performing some kind of operation. And such loops are called as post-test loop. What we call them as post-test loop. That means we first perform the operation and then we check for the condition. Earlier we were first checking for the condition and then we are performing the operation. And sometimes we would like to first perform the operation and then check. Do you want to perform the operation again? In such cases, we go in for post-test loop. So आप बोलोगे pre-test loop क्या है? While was an example of pre-test loop. Because in while loop, we perform the operation only after checking for the condition. That means we first check for the condition. Other condition is true, then we go inside the body of the loop and we perform the operation. So condition is pre-checked. Before performing any operation, we check for the condition. Sometimes we check for the condition after performing the operation. So such loops are called as post-test loop. So let's take an example of post-test loop. Here we go. Loop body may never execute until while loop. Loop body may never execute in while or for loop. Why? अगर while loop में पहली बारी condition false हो गया है, we will never go into the body of the loop. Okay. So in that case, there is no question of executing the body of the loop. Post-test loop, the body must execute at least once. So sometimes you come across a scenario where you would like to design a program such that the statements in the loop are executed at least once. In such cases, we go in for post-test loop. Here we have do until loop, or it's called as repeat until loop, or we have do while loop. Mark my word, this is very confusing. Some languages will provide you repeat until loop, yeah, do until loop, and some languages will provide you do while loop. And there is a difference between both of them. Repeat until loop executes until condition doesn't become true. यानी जब तक condition true नहीं होगा तब तक वो काम करते रहेगा. Whereas do while loop execute until the condition doesn't become false. ये लिख के रखो है, this is confusing. I'll give you example of both. Repeat until loop executes until condition doesn't become true, whereas do while loop executes until the condition doesn't become false. यानी while do while तब तक रन करता रहेगा जब तक condition false नहीं होती है. Repeat until तब तक execute करते रहेगा जब तक condition true नहीं होती. Okay. Now with this understanding, let me give an example. Let me give a demonstration. I'll solve the same problem in different ways to help you understand this concept. But I wonder why most of you are not sharing the camera, turning the camera on. मैंने आपका ध्यान नहीं है क्या? ओनली भाग्यश्री पृथ्वीराज है शेड। इसका मतलब है बाकी लोग कुछ और काम कर रहे हैं। सागर, रोहित, अंकिता,
सर रिपीट अंटिल और दूसरा कौन सा था
pardon?
सर? विथ रिपीट अंटिल अनदर वन वाज
I'll share the slide, don't worry. A repeat until loop executes until condition doesn't become true. जब तक कंडीशन ट्रू नहीं होगी तब तक आप रिपीट करते रहेंगे. Do while loop execute until the condition doesn't become false. Do while में जब तक कंडीशन false नहीं होगा तब तक रन होते जाएगा. रिपीट until में जब तक कंडीशन ट्रू नहीं होगा तब तक रिपीट करते रहेगा. What I'll do is, to understand this particular construct best, I'll start off with pseudocode first. पहले मैं pseudocode से example लूँगा and I'll explain you the idea behind it. फिर हम लोग इसका flowchart draw करेंगे. You wondering ऐसा क्यों कर रहा हूँ? It's very difficult to differentiate between repeat until do while in flowchart. अगर आपको repeat until और do while में differentiate करना ही है, you don't have a choice but to draw a pseudocode, write a pseudocode. So I'll first give you a problem statement, and for that particular problem statement, we will perform the operation. So take the question first, and then we'll proceed further. Accept two integers. Accept two integers and display their addition. Accept two integers and display their addition. Accept two integers and display their addition. यानी आपको दो नंबर एक्सेप्ट करना है, उनका एडिशन डिस्प्ले करना है. So simple. We'll accept the first integer, second integer, add them and display them. Okay. So accept two integers and display addition. Continue the process till the user wishes. Continue the process till the user wishes. User जब तक चाहता है तब तक यही ऑपरेशन आपको करते रहना. Continue the process till the user wishes. जब तक यूजर चाहता है. Is my voice low? Are you finding it difficult to hear?
No, sir.
So,
Sir,
so
volume बढ़ाओ क्या?
sometimes it is not clear, sir.
Sometimes it is not clear. अभी है क्या clear?
इट इज ओके सर.
Yes, sir.
It is okay.
Just raise your hand or stop me there and self instead of putting a message if the audio is not clear. What has happened is I got a new laptop, and nowadays with these new laptops, the number of ports which are there are less. So then I got that extension that they have, and I think that is another one that why it is creating problem. एक port में now there are 3 pins going. One is my mouse that is going in wireless. Second is the camera that is going in. Camera नहीं. Second keyboard that is going in, and one is the mic that is going in. The number of ports ही आजकल कम आ रहे हैं, and the C-type ports आ रहे हैं, and your devices don't have C-type connectivity.
सर इट लीड्स टू लैग आल्सो ना.
It leads to lag as well. Luckily, I will see if I can get some very good quality for this extension for that course. आप लोगों के पास कोई सजेशन हो तो बताइए. Okay. Let's solve this pretty well. Read the question carefully, everybody. We'll solve it. पढ़ के रखो, समझने की कोशिश करो. What does it say? Have you all read the question? Let's go ahead with the implementation. I'll write the problem statement first for our reference. I said accept to integers and display their addition. Continue the process till the user wishes. Simple straightforward question है. Round number नहीं, 2 number. Accept to integers and display addition. Continue the process till the user wishes. Okay. तो आपको यूजर की विश चाहिए. Let's start with the pseudocoda. Watch how I start. I say start, and then we'll declare some variables. Okay? So I'm going to say declare, and we'll declare a numeric variable. Numeric. I'll say num1. Numeric. num2. दो वेरिएबल्स हमने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया, नंबर 1, नंबर 2, and then under numeric addition. Okay. So I could immediately ask the user display please enter the first integer. पहला क्वेश्चन मैंने पूछ लिया एक से. Please enter the first integer. Then I accept the first integer. Then I say display please enter the second integer. वो भी accept कर लिया. दो नंबर एक्सेप्ट कर लिया. Then I want to do addition. Okay. Calculate. Addition is equal to, I should actually say arrow, but I cannot draw arrow here. So, equal to draw num1 plus num2, and we display the result. Addition and we stop. Isn't it simple? Yes or no? Have you understood this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everybody? दोस्तों?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But sir, how will it repeat?
हाँ, वो इम्पोर्टेंट है. यानी yes कहते चलेगा. ये कहता था accept to integers and display addition. हमने पहला लाइन तो कवर कर लिया. Accept to integer and display addition. और ये कह रहा है continue the process till the user wishes. This will perform the operation only once. We'll take the first number 10, second number 12, 10 plus 12 is 22. We'll display and we stop. But what is the second part? Continue the process till the user wishes. User जब तक चाहता है तब तक आपको इसे continue करना होगा. For that, I like to introduce one more variable. So I say a string wish. Okay, so I have taken one more variable of type string or type alphanumeric, numeric, alphabetic, जो भी कह सकते हैं. मैंने कहा string wish. And now what I'll do is I'll put a condition there. While I say wish equal to y. Okay. So while wish equal to y. जब तक wish y है तब तक हम लोग अंदर आएंगे. We accept the number, we display the first, we accept two integers. We'll accept two integers. We'll calculate and display the addition. We'll display the result. Addition का result भी display करेंगे. We'll display the result. After we have displayed the result, we'll ask the user a question. Do you want to continue? Do you want to continue? और option देंगे उसे either press yes or no. So that's a hint that we are given. I want you to either tell me yes or no. I'm asking, do you want to continue? And user का जो भी wish रहेगा, acceptable. So what will happen? I ask the user to enter the first integer. I accept the first number 10, second number 20. 10 plus 20 is 30. We display the answer that is 30. Then we ask you, do you want to continue? Yes or no? User says yes. Okay. So you do while हो गया. I'll say and while start हुआ और while यहाँ खत्म हुआ. And while. So from here we'll again go back. Is wish equal to y? Yes. True है. Accept the first integer. Accept the second integer. Addition कर लिया. Display कर लिया. You want to continue? मैंने दोबारा yes था. So when I say again yes, so when we have reached here now, we have reached here. Take the pen. Okay. So we accept the first integer. We accept the second integer. We do the addition. We perform the operation. Then we ask you, do you want to continue? User ने कहा yes. Yes कहाँ पे यहाँ से दोबारा यहाँ जाएंगे. We again say, is y equal to wish? Wish equal to y? Yes. We accept the first integer, second integer, do the addition, display the result. Again ask the question. User still says yes. Again we go back. Again y equal to y है क्या? Yes. Accept किए दोनों number, addition कर लिया, we display the result. We ask the question. It says no. We again go back and check. Is n equal to y? Is no equal to y? Condition true or false? Is n equal to y? Is this condition true or false?
False.
False. So we go here and we stop the code.
सर while के बाहर भी एक बार पूछना पड़ेगा. wish
While के बाहर क्या कर सकते हैं?
wish एक बार पूछना पड़ेगा ना. पहला
एक बार पूछना पड़ेगा. बट देखो ना, लॉजिकली ये सही है क्या? पहली बार काम करने के पहले ही मैं पूछ रहा हूँ विश, यानी आपको ये पूरा ऑपरेशन करना होगा. करेक्ट? Yes or no? That's what you're saying.
सर बट विश को असाइन कर सकते हैं ना सर.
ओके, असाइन नहीं, इनिशियलाइज करेंगे.
हाँ यस.
इनिशियलाइज करेंगे. इनिशियलाइज मतलब वी सेट द इनिशियल वैल्यू टू दिस पर्टिकुलर वेरिएबल. यानी जो आपका विश है, देखो यहाँ, एवरीबॉडी नोट, currently this variable is uninitialized. It may have any garbage value. So in that case, for the first time, you cannot predict whether this condition will be true or false. So to make sure that this condition becomes true, I'll set this wish to value as y. अगर मैंने wish का initial value true किया है, then मुझे बताइए ये condition true है या false है for the first time. Wish equal to y, first time true है false है?
True.
True है. So we have ensured that the condition is true for the first time by correctly initializing this variable. We have ensured. हमने जबरदस्ती ऐसे इंश्योर किया है कि ये कंडीशन पहली बार ट्रू हो. अब जरा और एक डांस देखो. This problem we have taken care of. Okay.
Sir,
पूछिएगा. हाँ.
sir, you can also ask ना the user how many times you want to wish.
नहीं ना,
he
उसका
may-
नहीं मालूम उसको. वो कहेगा नहीं मालूम मुझे कितनी बार करना. जब तक I don't get tired, till the time my fingers don't pain, तब तक मैं करूँगा. क्या करोगे?
So sir, he can't give you a number.
No, he can't give me the number. Till the time user wishes. जब तक चाहता है वो. ये 5 times 6 times नहीं है. Till the time user wishes. जब तक user चाहता है. You do not know when will he stop wishing. Okay. So again we go. So we have wish equal to y. ये true था. अंदर आए. So assume करे you are that fellow, and you have decided in your mind that you are going to perform this operation only 2 times. कितनी बार करने वाले हो? 2 बार. Even if you are going to perform this operation 2 times, let's see how many times the condition is checked. So we create this variable. We are checking for the condition for the first time. आपका wish का value initially is y, so this condition is true for the first time. First time, count करो. We accept the first number 5, second number 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. We display the answer that is 15. We ask you, do you want to continue? User says yes. Why? We go back. Y equal to y है क्या? Yes. दूसरी बार आए. दूसरी बार condition check करो. We accept the first integer. We accept the second integer. We perform the addition. Say 10 plus 20 is 30. We display the addition. We ask user, do you want to continue? User कहता है no. Even if user says no, we still have to go back and check for the condition. N equal to y. ये condition false है, then will come out. So to perform the operation 2 times, we have check for the condition 3 times. Yes or no? Plus, we had to ensure that ये variable सही तरीके से initialize किया जाए. If this was not initialized, then यहाँ कुछ भी हो सकता है, true भी हो सकता है, false भी हो सकता है, because this is uninitialized. You never know what's the value that is stored in this variable. Garbage है. Some languages will allow you to write this condition. Some language will generate error. Java जैसा language पे हाँ error ही generate करेगा, because उसको wish की value मालूम नहीं है. C language में कुछ भी हो सकता है, C++ में कुछ भी हो सकता है. So it was your duty to correctly initialize this particular variable. So that's too much of ask. So if you come across such questions, look at the question once again. It says accept two integers and display the addition. Listen to very carefully. Data accept two integers and display the addition. So there is an explicit demand that is made onto you to perform that operation at least once. कह रहा है accept two integers and display the addition. दो नंबर accept करो और उनका addition display करो. अगली बार करना है कि नहीं, that is depending on the user choice. So whenever the question demands that certain operation has to be performed at least once, never use while loop, never use for loop. Because for and while loop, condition can be false for the very first time, you may just come out of the loop. Whenever the question demands that the operation has to be performed at least once, always think about post-test loop and not pre-test loop. How? Let's see. How will you do that?
Sir, can you repeat that again?
Whenever the problem statement demands that a certain operation has to be performed at least once, in that case, we go in for test loop. Okay. एक बार तो वो ऑपरेशन करना ही है, जो iterative operation, repeated operation, that has to be performed at least once. In that case, we'll go in for post-test loop. So let's have a look at this solution. How can we rewrite this solution? The problem is same. We are just rewriting the solution. We're going to rewrite the same solution. Let's say copy paste. And I will use the size just to match to this. Same solution. I'll change the color so that you can differentiate. But what I'll do, I'll not initialize this variable now. And here I use do while loop. So I say do. Okay. And here I say while. And do while loop, what did it say? It said do while loop. While loop executes do while loop until condition doesn't become false. जब तक condition true है तब तक आप कोई ऑपरेशन करते रहना. So I say while is equal to 1. Then you will be wondering, sir, इसमें क्या अलग क्या? नीचे डाल दिया condition sir. See the significance of this. ऐसा इतना सा करने से क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है? Have I initialized the variable wish? कुछ भी garbage रहने दो इसके अंदर. We have, listen to very carefully now. When we use these kind of loops, we have a direct entry into the body of the loop. ये जो loop है, के body में we'll have a direct entry. So no conditions being checked. There is no condition over here. So we have a direct entry into the body of the loop. We'll execute all the statements directly. Direct entry आ गया. We ask the user to enter the first integer, accept the first integer. We ask the user to enter the second integer, accept the second integer. We do the addition, and we display the addition of the two integers addition, and then we say, do you want to continue? Now tell me, till the time I come over here, have I checked for any condition till now? Have I checked for any condition till the time I come here? Have I checked for any condition?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
And we had decided in our mind कि मुझे ये काम दो ही बार करना है. User ने enter किया wish, why? Okay, पहला नंबर 10 और 20 लिया था, आंसर 30 डिस्प्ले हुआ है. User ने y कहा, then I check is y equal to y.
Yes, sir.
पहली बार condition check किया. From here I go back. I asked you to enter the first integer. I asked you to enter the second integer. Said 100 and 200. 100 plus 200 becomes 300. We display the addition, and we ask user, do you want to continue? इसी बार करना है क्या? He says no. So I check. Is n equal to y?
No.
False. We stop. So to perform the operation twice, we had to write for this. We had to check for the condition only 2 times. Plus, it is more logical because the question was saying accept 2 integers from the user and display the addition. यानी यूजर क्या चाहता है वगैरह कुछ नहीं, ये काम आपको तो करना ही है. We are supposed to accept 2 integers and display the addition. So here we had a direct entry into the body of loop. इस loop के body में आप directly enter करोगे. You will perform this operation, and after performing the operation, we are checking for the condition. Since the condition is checked after executing the statements inside the body of the loop, such loops are called as post-test loop. Post-test loop यानी पोस्ट बाद में कंडीशन चेक करो. ये है प्री टेस्ट लूप. लूप के बॉडी के अंदर जाने के पहले कंडीशन चेक करो. एंड दिस इज पोस्ट टेस्ट लूप. लूप का बॉडी एग्जीक्यूट होने के बाद चेक करो. दिस इज द बॉडी ऑफ द लूप. नोट आई हैव इंडेंटेड इट फ्रॉम द मार्जिन. मैंने जगह भी छोड़ी है. आई लेफ्ट सम मार्जिन ओवर हियर. आई लेफ्ट सम मार्जिन. Okay, just to understand, the loop starts over here and loop ends over. Okay, so this loop will keep on executing as long as the condition is true. But ये condition कब check कर रहे हैं आप? After executing the statements inside the body of the loop. Yes, Viraj.
Sir, why you have written that do? Sir, वो डिस्प्ले के ऊपर.
1 2 कहाँ?
सर ऊपर do do.
ये उसका लूप का कंस्ट्रक्ट है. ये डू वाइल लूप है. जैसे वाइल एंड वाइल था. वाइल वाज बिगिनिंग ऑफ द लूप एंड वाइल वाज एंड ऑफ द लूप. ये डू वाइल लूप है. नाम ही इस लूप का डू वाइल है. ये पोस्ट है. वाइल इज अ प्री टेस्ट लूप. डू वाइल इज अ पोस्ट टेस्ट लूप.
Okay.
ये डू वाइल दिस कंडीशन इज ट्रू. Have you all understood the difference and the significance of it? Everybody?
Sir, do while will perform until it does not become false, right?
Yeah. Now, instead of do while, I could have solved this example by using repeat until loop as well. So let me just show you how would I write this using repeat until loop. वो भी दिखा दूं. अगर मुझे यही प्रॉब्लम रिपीट अंटिल से सॉल्व करना है, I'll do this do, watch it, I'll say repeat, और यहाँ while की जगह I'll say until. रिपीट अंटिल में क्या कहता है? कहता है रिपीट अंटिल लूप एग्जीक्यूट्स until the condition doesn't become true. यानी जब तक कंडीशन फॉल्स है तब तक चलता रहेगा. ओके, तो I'll say until which. Okay, it says execute the loop until the condition doesn't become true. As long as the condition is false, तब तक चलता रहेगा. Until which equal to y. Okay, very good. Until the condition doesn't become true. Okay, let's see now. We ask user to enter the first integer, user enters 10. We ask user to enter second integer, user enters 20. 10 plus 20 becomes 30. We display the addition of the two numbers, that is 30. Then we ask user, do you want to continue? User says yes. मुझे बताइए, yes equal to n है क्या?
False.
False.
False है ना? False है तो again I go back. Repeat until the condition doesn't become true. जब तक condition true नहीं रहेगा तब तक चलता रहेगा. Then we ask user to enter the first number. He enters 100. Second number 200. 100 plus 200 becomes 300. We display the 300. I ask you, do you want to continue? User says no. N. N equal to n है क्या?
Yes.
Yes. We stop. Now this is confusing, huh? Why? Because here we are executing this post-test loop as long as this condition is true. Here we are executing this condition as long as this condition is false. That means we keep on executing these statements again and again till the time this condition doesn't become true. Whereas over here we keep on executing these statements again and again till the time this condition does not become false. जब false होगा तब रुक जाएंगे और यहाँ ये जब condition true होगा तब रुक जाएंगे. Yes. The good part is all the languages that I have seen, in one language you will not have these two loops. It will either provide you repeat until or it will provide you do while. यानी post test में से एक ही loop आपके पास आएगा. Either repeat until or do while. You will never have repeat until and do while in one language. Most of the language that I have learned, you will either have do while or you will have repeat until. But keep my mind in mind, repeat until continues as long as the condition is
False.
false. Do while continues as long as the condition is
True.
so. That's the difference between these two types of loop. Have understood the flow pseudocode? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now let me draw a flow chart for similar kind of problem. But before I go to flow chart, okay, I'll share this file also with you all for your reference. Tell me, have you all received the file?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now let me give you an assignment that we will now break into rules and we'll go about solving them. So example is there, and let's see whether you can discuss and solve that particular example. Just open up this particular code that I have given right now to you and review it once. एक बार देख लो इस code की तरफ जो दिया है, solution जो हमने दिखाया है. Just have a look at them. Go to the solution. pseudocode की तरफ ध्यान देखो जरा पढ़ के देखो. Then everybody, now take the question. Sagar, keep your camera on. Viraj, keep the camera on. Ankita, keep the camera on. Sagar, are you there in the class?
Yes, sir.
कैमरा क्यों बंद कर रहे हो? हो गए क्या? Take the question. Accept integer. Accept integer. And display square. Accept integer and display its square. यानी एक नंबर आपको एक्सेप्ट करना है, उसका स्क्वायर आपको डिस्प्ले करना है. सिंपल है. Accept integer and display its square. Continue the process. continue the process till sum of all numbers entered does not exceed 100. Continue the process till the sum of all numbers entered does not exceed 100.
Sir, can you please repeat?
Accept integer and display its square.
Display it square.
Display its square. उसका square display करो. Display its square.
Okay.
And continue the process till sum of all integers entered does not exceed 100. Listen to very carefully. Yeah. Sum of all integers entered does not exceed 100. So whatever numbers that you have accepted, उनका sum till the time it does not exceed 100, till that time you have to perform the same operation. Okay. So I want a pseudo code. I want you to use do while loop, not repeat until first time. Do while loop. I'm breaking out into rooms and discuss it and solve the example. So I'm breaking out only in 3 rooms.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, where to write pseudocode?
कहीं भी लिखो, Microsoft whiteboard में लिखो, या फिर आप नोटपैड में लिखो.
Till the sum of all integers
Does not exceed 100.
does not exceed 100.
Okay. आप नोटपैड में भी लिखो तो भी चलेगा. नोटपैड तो है ना आपको? So rooms are open to all of you. Discuss and then solve. Join the rooms, please. Wait, join the room. Wait, join the room. Wait, join the room. Allah will switch here. Come on, quickly submit your solutions. Team 3. Let's look at the solutions, starting with team 3 first. This was team 3. Declare number, sum, square, exit loop number is 100. Okay. 2. Display enter integer. I hope everyone can see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do please enter integer, accept number, square is number into number, sum is equal to sum plus number. That's very good. Square of the integer is square. So I could have done this calculation later. That would make it more logical. We accept number and we display the number. And then we say while sum greater than exit loop. Now look at this. This is wrong now. Why is it wrong? If you look at the while loop, what was it saying? It was saying do while loop executes until condition does not become false. जब तक condition false नहीं होगा तब तक ये चलता रहेगा. इसका मतलब है जब तक condition true है तब तक चलता रहेगा. Here we ask the user to enter the first number. He enters 5. We find 5 square का 5 का square. We display the square. Sum is equal to sum plus 5 का square is 25 suppose. So sum में 25 add कर दिया. And is sum 25 greater than exit loop number? Is 25 greater than 100?
False.
True or false?
False.
True or false?
Sum is equal to 5 आहे ना sir.
मला हे जर उत्तर सांगा. 25
false.
greater to greater than 100. True or false?
False.
Oh, false.
Also the program will stop.
Yes.
So that was incorrect. Let's look at the second one. This one. This was team 2. Numeric sum square max sum. अरे अगर ये constant है तो it should be in capital. क्या लिखा आपने? Max. Okay. What is the max? 100 है. Enter the number, accept number, and you calculate the square. Sum equals sum plus this. Square of the given number is square. While sum less than or equal to 100. ये हम लोग बाद में कर सकते थे. We could have just finished displaying the square, and then we could have said square of the given number is square. Calculate sum equals sum plus number. Sum less than or equal to max number. तो अगर 25 दे पहले बार 25 आया था 5 का स्क्वायर 5 less than or equal to 100 है कि हाँ तब तो बन जाएगा. This is a perfect solution. Let's look at the other one. Oh, आपका क्या ODT फाइल था क्या आशीष? आप लिब्रे ऑफिस में काम कर रहे हैं क्या आशीष?
नहीं सर.
कौन से फॉर्मेट में फाइल भेजी आपने?
सर वर्ड फाइल.
नहीं यार वर्ड नहीं है. .odt फाइल भेजा आपने. वर्ड नहीं है. ओपन डॉक्यूमेंट आपने सेव कौन से फॉर्मेट में किया? आपने .odt दिया. ODT मतलब लिब्रे ऑफिस वगैरह. ओके
यस सर.
सेव करते समय numeric num sum is equal to 0 square and numeric limit is 100 to display entire integer. Now this is the only group which has given the right message. Others are saying please enter the number. It was not about number, it was integer. I very clearly said it is an integer. So you shouldn't have said number. Integer is what you have said. Enter integer, accept number, then calculate sum equal to sum plus number. Very correct. Sum has been initialized to value 0 and square is equal to number into number. And then you say square of number is so and so. This is also very good as compared to what others have done. So कौन से number का square है that also they are displaying. And then they are writing a statement while sum less than limit. That's good. Till the sum does not exceed limit. अब जब equal to होगा तो क्या होगा? Sum 100 होगा. 100 less than 100 है क्या?
False.
Team 1, Prithviraj and Ashish and Sagar. Is 100 less than 100?
False sir.
False.
False.
So 100 होने पर it will come out. Whereas the question was not expecting to come out when it exceeds 100.
Equal to.
तो ये less than or equal to चाहिए था. So the perfect solution that was submitted was this. Sum less than or equal to max number. Okay. Or even the previous one. नहीं, previous one तो गलत था. This was submitted by which team? ये कौन सी टीम का था?
सर हमारे टीम का.
सर हमारी टीम थी.
Team 3 ना?
सर डोंट नो.
Team 2 sir.
Team 2. That is the perfect solution. Okay. So we accept a number. We calculate the square of the number. We display the square of the number. We do the sum of the number. And while sum less than equal to max number. जब तक less than or equal to है तब तक चलता रहेगा. When this condition becomes false, that's the only time when you will come out of that particular loop. So save this particular file. और सेव नहीं करूँगा, ये कॉपी करूँगा आपको और मेरे इसमें डाल देता हूँ फाइल में डायरेक्टली एज नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम सेकंड प्रॉब्लम. Okay, I'll write the problem statement later. Let's take another question. I hope you all have understood this.
Sir, write the integer.
Louder.
Sir, make that change integer.
हाँ वो integer में correction था. अरे yes. very correct. Let's make that changes. And then let's paste it over. Please enter integer. Square of the given integer is square. I share this file with you all. File का नाम क्या है? Sum.txt. It was team one who did it first. सबसे पहले. I also said it's perfect. But then when you do a debugging, we understand there are some silly mistakes which are there. So you should be extra careful. If you feel like you have done with it, please make sure that you check it once again. So छोटी-छोटी गलतियां can create a problem. Remember, I had told you an example where a spacecraft, a rocket launch had failed just because a team wrote half of the code assuming that the measuring is in metric system. Other team wrote a code in assuming that the unit of measurement. Go Google search and find out. That was real fact. Billions of dollars were lost just because of a single mistake, small mistake. ये metric system use करना है, दूसरा system होता है, उसे use करना है. And the entire rocket had collapsed. Billions of dollars were lost. Rupees का dollars were lost. So you have to be extra careful when you write the program. Now that we have taken this, let me take one flowchart for you. Okay. Because we did not take a flowchart for this, so let me draw a flowchart and then I'll give you an assignment. But for a flowchart, I'll come up with a question. Okay. And I'll write the solution. We'll quickly finish with the solution. Take the question. Accept integer. Accept integer. Accept integer and display square. That's it. So accept integer and display square. Continue the process. Continue the process until odd number is not encountered. क्वेश्चन समझ में आया? हर बार एक इंटीजर एक्सेप्ट करेंगे, we'll accept integer and display square. We'll keep on doing this operation till the time you do not come across an odd number. That means when you come across an odd number, we're going to stop. Now, even to proceed with this, let me introduce you to an operator. Now, what is this operator? If I use plus sign, I mean I'm performing operation of addition. If I use star, we are saying we are performing operation of multiplication. If I say slash, I'm saying we are doing division. Likewise, if I say mod, I'm doing a remainder. Means if I say 7, okay, or if I say 10 divided by 5, so here the answer is 2. Okay, but if I say 10 mod 5, answer is 0. Because when I divide 10 by 5, quotient 2 hai, or remainder 0 hai. Mod operator gives you remainder. So if mod operator gives me remainder, that means if I say 10 mod 6, that will give answer as 4. Because 6 ones are 6, remainder 4 hai. So this mod operator gives you remainder, whereas division operation gives you quotient. Now, as far as division operator goes, I'll take quotient, means if I say 10 divided by 3, in that case I'll say it is like 3 point something something something. Okay, division है. तो integer division है तो 3 आएगा, या float division है तो 3.3 आ जाएगा, whatever it is. So that's quotient. Whereas when I say 10 mod 3, will give answer as 1. So while division gives you quotient, remainder gives you mod gives you remainder. But if I store this particular number into a variable which is of type integer, so in that case I may not get this 0.3. ये repeating जो रहेगा ये 333 ये नहीं मिलेगा. I will not get this repeating because if I am storing this result into a variable of type integer, so only the integer part will get stored, rest will be lost. You understood this? If I take real number, then entire thing will get stored. If I take integer, then only 3 will get stored. Have you understood this, everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's proceed. So we need some variable. So we are going to accept an integer. So I say I need an integer. This question says accept integer and display square. So that's a variable called as number. So I take a number. And then I want to display it square. So I'll have to calculate it. So I declare one more variable called as integer square. Integer square. Now that I have defined these two variables, let's write a loop. So I have put across a loop. So I say do while loop. So हो गया मेरा do while. Do नीचे और ये direct entry inside loop. The question very clearly said accept the number and perform this particular operation. Okay. So एक तो direct entry है loop में. If I have direct entry into the loop, I'll put a message over here. So we'll say over here, please enter in. We are asking the user to enter an integer. User enters an integer. User enters an integer. We would like to calculate the square, so we'll do some calculation. We have a variable called as square. I say number into number. We say square is a number in number, and we'd like to display the square. So we'll say square of num is square. ये कर दो. Now we have done that. We accept the number. We We calculate the square. We display square of the number is so and so. But we have to complete this operation till the time you do not come across an odd number, even number. What did I say?
Odd number.
In that case, I have to perform an operation here. So I'll say your num mod 2 not equal to 0. जब तक even number है तब तक करते रहो. While num mod 2 not equal to 0. Num mod 2 जब तक 0 नहीं है तब तक ये काम करते रहना है. When you have some kind of expression, it's better that you put into brackets so that there is no problem. So जब तक num mod 2 का result 0 नहीं है तब तक करता रहेगा. Moment it becomes 0, okay, that means if it is not 0, यानी read the question. Viraj, question read go there.
Accept integer and display it square.
हाँ.
Continue the process until odd number is not encountered.
अच्छा, continue process till odd number is not encountered. यानी odd number आने पर रुक जाना है. तो I'll say while num mod 2 equal to 0. जब तक even number है तब तक चलता रहना चाहिए. Moment it becomes odd, we should stop. Okay. So let's run this particular code and see whether it works correctly. And note कीजिएगा, we'll have a direct entry into the loop. No condition check. From here we'll directly enter inside the loop. So a direct entry है. This loop will get executed at least once. कम से कम एक बार तो ये run होगा ही होगा. Okay. Directly enter. Yes, please enter integer. I enter 10. It says square of 10 Again, we coincide with it because this condition is to 10 mod 2 equal to 0 hai. We accept the second number. Next number, I enter 15. So it goes here, calculate square, and then say square of 15 is 225. 15 mod 2 equal to 0 hai kya? Condition is stop. Why? Because until odd number is not encountered. If odd number mil gaya hai, so the program has stopped. 15 mod 2 ये display कर लिया square 225, and then we think 15 mod 2 equal to 0 है क्या? No, condition is false. Moment the condition becomes false, we're going to stop. Because this loop keeps on executing as long as the condition is true. Moment the condition becomes false, do while terminates. Do while loop has stopped. Is that right? Have we all understood this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If the same thing was to be represented by using repeat until loop, I would have said while num mod 2 not equal to 0. Because ये जब तक false रहेगा तब तक चलता रहेगा. Moment it becomes true, it would have stopped. That's how we
And
could have drawn the
sir.
switch.
Sir, what for even?
Madam, question क्या है?
What will be the condition for even?
नहीं, question पूरा बोलो.
Sir, we took odd over here.
पूरा question
Until,
बोलो. You did whatever change you want to make the change and tell me the entire question.
sir, what if we want to continue the process until even number is not encountered?
Until even number is not encountered. यानी जब तक odd number चालू है तब तक. तो यहाँ even number है तब तक चालू रख रहे थे. In this case, I would say while this not equal to 0, तो उल्टा करेंगे. While number not equal to 0, यानी जब तक even number नहीं आएगा तब तक. Because if I divide any number by 0, 2, वो even है तो 0 ही आएगा. 10 mod 2 is 0, 6 mod 2 is 0. Correct? जब तक odd number है तब तक चलता रहेगा. So look at this. We run the code. This is input number. I enter the integer. I enter 7. So it's saying square of 7 is equal to 49. And then again it starts. Enter the number integer. This time around I enter integer as 5. Square of 5 is 25. Then I enter number as 13. So the square of 13 is equal to 169. Next time I enter the number as 12. Which part? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So do while 1. I'm sharing this solution as well with you. Have you all received the solution?
Yes, sir.
Now, few assignments for you. Whatever is the right loop, use that loop and solve this particular assignment. I'm sharing the assignment with you. Use whichever loop is appropriate. I call this as question number 1. Just give me a second. I'll give you 2 assignments.
So can you share that Notepad++ file also for?
I shared that file, no? Didn't I?
No, sir. So, sir, I'm telling the one which has the functions in it.
Which has?
File-
Notepad++ one.
हाँ, तो दूसरी टीम का ना sum.txt शेयर किया ना इसके पहले हो?
नहीं सर वो नहीं बोल रहा.
Whiteboard
आपने
बोल
जो
रहा है।
एक्सप्लेन किया है ना नंबर्स.
Whiteboard. Okay, that also I share. Here I have shared it again. Check it out. So you can read the question while I'm typing it. एक question पत्र पढ़ लो. That was your question 1. There are 2 questions that I'm giving you. Can you see the screen that I've shared?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I shared a text file. Have you all received these 2 questions? Have you all received it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, these are your assignments for today. When you come tomorrow, use whatever kind of loops are appropriate. Draw flowchart, pseudocode, जो करना है आपको करो. Your choice. Solve these 2 assignments and be ready. Okay, 2 assignments. पहला question है about Mr. Bhide, and second question is about prime. Very simple questions. Take your time out. Solve these 2 questions. Don't commit silly mistakes like what you have done last. Less than कर दिया, कोई variable का नाम गलत दे दिया. Don't commit silly mistakes. It's now time for you to write some, solve some complex problems. So this is now making, we are using all the features that were. इसमें all the validations है. I'll tell you about validation later, but I want you to solve this and be ready for tomorrow's session. Tomorrow you take up the third type of loop that is there. That is what we'll be discussing tomorrow. So with that note, we'll stop over here today. Thank you all for the session. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.
Sir, ते